Oh, I'm live. Oh, okay. Oh, this is different. So it's changed. Now, usually it says it over there, but now it says it over there that I'm live. Hi, everybody. Gonna do some readings. See what comes through. Let me light my spell candle. I have a little spell candle here, and I just put some oil on it. Having fun oil, money oil, and psychic ability oil. I'm kind of trying to ask magic to do 3 different things for me at the same time. And in my head, it kind of culminates into one ask, an overall kind of experience. Hi, Montaigne. So you want to know, what does she say behind your back? All right. Montaigne. Let me see what comes up. Hi, Moni. Hello, people. All right. Let me see what comes up. So Montaigne, I kind of get the sense that she doesn't really talk about you behind your back, but if she was going to say something, it would just be something good. I don't really get the sense that she would say anything like bad behind your back. I mean, what I'm looking at is kind of a lot of kind of weaker cards, kind of not a very strong signal, and like nothing that's super powerful, but it's all still pleasant and good. And I think that's a reflection of like how she would talk about you if she was going to say something about you. I think she would just say things that are nice. Um, anyway. Something about your intelligence and work ethic kind of comes to me. Anyway, Moni, what does Corbin feel about me? Corbin. All right. Let's see what comes up. All right, Moni. Moni. Moni, it doesn't look good. Moni, what I'm seeing in these cards is it's hinting at maybe a relationship, a romantic relationship that really didn't work out. And I'm not seeing anything like hatred or any kind of super intense dark feelings, but I am seeing, I would just rather call it like disappointment and frustration. And I don't know if he's right or if you're right or who was right and who was wrong, because I wasn't there. I know nothing about it. But anyway. Okay. So Margaret, will I at least have money for first month's rent when my transfer comes in April. Okay. So let's see about the money that will be at your disposal. Okay. Okay. So, will I at least have money for the first month's rent? Margaret wants to know. Yeah, Margaret, I definitely think you'll have the money. And you have yourself to thank for that, you know, because what I'm seeing, and there's something in these cards about, I think, you know, um, I definitely think you're going to have the money that you need by then. And you can definitely have yourself to thank. It's really something that you made happen for yourself. Um, anyway, okay. Hi, Veronica. Hello. Good morning. Will Elle reach out to me soon to reunite? Let me see what comes up. What was the question? Will Elle reach out to me soon to reunite? Okay. Oh my God. Sorry, I keep dropping these cards. I'm fucking this up. Ugh. Okay. Let's try this again. Anyway, so Veronica has a question. Will Elle reach out to me soon to reunite? So, Veronica, the sense I get is that I think if things continue the way they are now, I feel like the answer is no. However, what I'm sensing is that there is still actually definitely possibility for that to happen. Um, and something tells me that, you know, you're asking, will he reach out soon? But something tells me that prior to now, there's already been some kind of communication because I feel when it comes to you and this person, I feel like there's already something kind of in motion a little bit. Not a lot, but there was already something, a little bit of something that kind of set the stage for something to happen. I definitely think there's possibility and potential that the two of you could reunite, but I think that you would have to make a move. Anyway. You're welcome. Hi, Flower Beauty. Hi, Aziza. Aziza, hello. So Aziza wants a general. Let me see what comes up. Okay, so Aziza wants a general. Aziza. So Aziza, what I'm sensing maybe is a little bit of frustration on your end, because I think something going on in your life right now, I see a process happening. I think what you're going through is something that's a bit of a process, and you just try to be patient and give it time. Um, you know, things I think will work out for you just fine. Um, and uh, and I think there's definitely, I think what I'm talking about is some kind of conflict with another person. It could be several people, but I have a feeling it's just one person. But just give it time. I think it'll work itself out. So Flower Beauty question: what are A's thoughts and intentions towards me? Let me see what comes up. Hi, love. All right. So Flower Beauty, what are A's thoughts and intentions towards me? I need a sip of this drink. Okay. Well, Flower Beauty, I kind of get the sense that this person doesn't really know what to think about you. I think the two of you need to get to know each other a little bit more. And, you know, I just feel like not enough has developed between the two of you for this person to even really form any kind of like actual opinions or thoughts about you. I would say just give it more time. Okay. Oh, you like my hair? Thank you. I just did this. When did I do this? I cut my hair on Wednesday because I had a job interview, and I wanted to look as presentable as I could. Love. Good morning, Marco. When I move, do you see me moving to a different state, or do you see me staying in the same state where I'm at now? Okay, let's see what comes up. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so different state or same state? Let me see. Well, you have an interesting reading here because the Magician and the High Priestess both came up. Now, see, I'm seeing the Magician as change. The Magician, because that to me is a card that talks about, because what does a magician do? Or what does a witch do? Um, they see what their life is like, and then they use power to change what's the status quo. And that's what I feel like it's kind of a hint that I think you're probably going to move to a different state, or at the very least, it'll be far away from where you're living now. I see definitely a big change coming. And my only piece of advice to you is try to think outside the box. When you're in the process of moving, don't think in any way that limits yourself. Think outside the box. Be open to new ideas about what type of place you want to live in, or what type of environment you want to live in, whether it's the city or more the country or something in between. Think outside the box and be open to new ideas, because I think that might, it might inspire you a little bit. Okay. I think I'm caught up. No, I'm not. So, touch of love. Will I see Rex today? All right. Let me see what comes up. Okay. Hi, Tia. So, touch of love. Will I see Rex today? Let me see what comes up. Let me see. I don't think you're going to see him today. I'm not sure exactly why. I don't know why you're not going to see him today, but I do feel like it's nothing. It's not for a bad reason. It's not for any reason that's shady or dark. Most likely, what I'm seeing is he just has things that he has to do out in the world, um, preoccupied, or he has some kind of duty elsewhere. But anyway, not for anything fishy. So Tia. Oh, I was right. Yay. I love being right. Curious what his next actions are towards me. Let me see what comes up. So the Pisces next actions. You know what? Instead, I'm going to look into how he feels about you, because if I can get some kind of sense of his feelings of you, I think I can better understand what his actions would be. It's probably a better way for me to do this. So I'm going to sort of answer two questions at the same time. You know, Tia, I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad guy, but he seems like someone who's a bit exhausting, because I feel what I'm seeing in my cards is that he's the type of person, if he's feeling down, he'll call you to have someone to talk to, but then I don't see much coming in return. Um, it's a lot of take and not so much give. But I don't think he's a bad person, but I just think he's kind of self-involved. Not in like an evil way, but I just think I see a lot of that going on. Thank you. Thank you for donating. Let's see. Okay, so Love Mia paid me $13. How much is that? So that's you would like to know Anthony's feelings. Okay, let me see. Anthony's feelings. Yeah, Tia, what I'm seeing is not much. I'm kind of seeing a lack of action, honestly. I'm just seeing kind of very lackluster energy. So Love Mia, let me see. You would like to know Anthony's feelings, if his feelings are serious. Okay. Oh, yeah. Love Mia, I think Anthony adores you. And are you two very young? I feel like you and Anthony are definitely on the younger side. It's something that I'm inspired by these cards is that I'm just seeing, I feel like you've kind of been with each other for at least a little while now, but I'm also feeling this kind of young type of energy. Um, I don't know. I'm seeing nothing but good energy and, um, you know, good stuff. I think he definitely likes you a lot. Um, and I feel like he's also done things to show that to you. I think he does treat you well. And I feel like, if you just look at certain things he's done, because I think he'll surprise you in the future with acts of like being nice and showing you affection. And I think he's done that before. Just let his actions speak for themselves. He might not be a perfect person, but he definitely, I feel, does things to make you feel seen. Um, but I do think he's serious about you. I think he does want to. Um, I think when it comes to you, you and him, I think he wants to give this relationship a a real shot. Like he wants to. Um, he really he's not just someone that's screwing around endlessly. I think he is someone that wants a relationship, um, and I think that you know. Um, I think you'll see that anyway. And I think at sometime very soon, I think he's going to surprise you with some kind of gift or something that you're kind of not expecting, but it's going to be something that's for you from him. And just see that that's another example of he clearly cares about you, you know? So, what is your next question? Because you donated $13. So, that is, let me see, seven is two questions, nine is three, 11 is 4, 13 is 5. Okay, so you have several more questions you can ask. And once again, thank you very much for the money. I appreciate it. As beautiful as the sun is, it's like right on my face. Everybody wants good lighting for their videos, but this is a little extreme. I'm actually calling a psychic today. There's a psychic shop in the town over. They open at 10:30 in the morning, and once they open, um, as soon as they open, I am going to call them because I've been going through something for like a month now, and I really want someone to say something to me. Yeah, if you want, you can always save your questions. Let me write down your name. I'm gonna actually, I don't want to accidentally throw this paper away, so I'm gonna put it on my fridge. Okay, I'm back. All right. So, but yeah, I'm calling a psychic today for a reading. I'm not getting a tarot. I mean, I love tarot readings, but I mean, if she wants to use tarot cards, I don't mind if she does, but I just hope she doesn't tell me what they are, or just not. I would hope she just doesn't mention it at all. I'm just kind of hoping for like, I want like a psychic reading, something more kind of like intuitive or something. And I'm hoping she can say something to me to kind of put me in a better direction. Because I feel like for the past month or so, I mean, my life has never been perfect, but especially for the past month or so, I've been kind of like, my mind has been getting kind of dark and it's really creeping me out. And I'm just hoping, I don't know why I'm kind of going through this, and I'm just hoping she says something that maybe, you know, does something good for me somehow. I'm going to call that place in like 2 hours. Let me get back to the questions. So Love Me is going to come back another time. Right now it's, I think it up next is, let me see. I think it's Sonali. Is that what that says? Sonali. Can I ask SM feeling not in contact? Okay. Sonali. Okay. I'm getting kind of, well, Sonali, I think he does like you. But something's not quite right about this. I mean, on the one hand, I think he still likes you, but something's not right about this. I'm just trying to think of something that it could be. Well, I mean, I will also say this is, I think he still likes you, but he doesn't really think about you very much. But if the thought of you crosses his mind, I think he thinks of you fondly, but at the same time, I don't think he thinks about you all that much. And like, it's just, this is kind of a weak reading to me. So I kind of get the sense that like, I don't know. I definitely think he regrets certain things that he did when it comes to you. But anyway. So Michelle. Hi Michelle, welcome back. So Michelle wants a general for March. Okay, let me see if I can pick up on anything interesting in March. Can you guys believe it's almost March? February flew by. Time has been flying by lately. It's crazy. Can't believe it. Before you know it, I'll be some old man drinking coffee on a porch. That's just what I thought of. Okay. So, Michelle. So, Michelle, I think there's good energy in March. I'm seeing good energy. And I can't help but say that I think you're on the right path. I think what you've been doing lately, I think you've been doing the right thing. And I would say uh, keep doing what you're doing because you're on the right track. And be true to yourself and try not to veer off of your path because I think you're on the right track right now. And really, if you're ever on the right track, it just means that you're being true to yourself and you're just being yourself. And that's always what you should be. And I think you need to continue doing what you're doing. And I think in March, I see the energy really flowing in all these different areas of your life. There's going to be really good flow in your life. And you're going to maintain balance in every aspect of your life very well. Anyway, and I think you're also going to you're going to be having some epiphanies in March too. I think you're going to get some really good information from the universe that will, make you an even more powerful person because knowledge is power and ideas are powerful. Okay. Alrighty. You're welcome. All right, I'll be right back. I'm all caught up, so I'll be right back. I have to pee. Give me like a minute. I'm back. Okay. I'm having fun. I forgot my tobacco. So, how is everybody? The blood moon is coming up. I think the night of the blood moon, hopefully it's not like gray skies, because I do at least want to take a peek at it. I mean, I don't plan on spending all night staring at the moon, but I do want to look at it for just at least a couple minutes. But I mean, if the sky is all cloudy, then I'm not going to be able to see it anyway. Um, but I would like to look at least for a couple minutes. Probably be cool. It's like a blood moon and an eclipse. Awesome. I want to do some kind of blessing for myself, like maybe write some kind of spell to draw some kind of good energy into my life or something. I'm not sure, but I want to do something. Might as well take advantage of the time. I'm gonna grab my tobacco, smoke a little bit. Ah. These shorts that I'm wearing are actually it's a bathing suit. It's like swim trunks. They're so soft though. I don't know what this is made of, but it's like a baby's ass. It's so nice. It's the American flag. Oh, I made a little bit of money. Given a few readings so far. This is fun. I'm wearing my new glasses. I like these glasses. It's different. For years and years, I've always worn, when I do wear glasses, usually I wear contacts. But for years now, I think it's been like 10 years now, that when I do wear glasses, I have worn these like big glasses with like thick black frames. And that's what I've been wearing for so long. But um, Hi, you don't know me. Hello. I'll call you SNS. Yeah, what's your question? Let me shuffle my cards. Okay. Why did my father choose not to be in my life? Yikes. Okay. Let me see what comes up in the cards. I do have good intentions doing this, so I hope that whatever I say is good for you. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Well, SNS, I actually don't think. I mean, obviously, your father, we both know that your father did the wrong thing by not being in your life. I mean, and you said it yourself, that was a choice that he made. But what I'm seeing in these cards is what I'm seeing is like, I think your father just is who he is. And I don't necessarily think that he's not the source of all evil. I actually think that somewhere in your father there is some good intention. I think your father at times can be a good person to others. Somewhere in him there is goodness, but I think he's someone who will never take responsibility for what he did wrong. And I think there's something in these cards about that your father is always like never wants to take responsibility and kind of this defensive type of energy. You know, like I feel like your father isn't really willing to be critical of himself, and he thinks everyone's out to get him. And I think your father's just a troubled person, because I think there is a difference between someone who's just plain evil and someone who just has like mental problems. And your father comes across to me as someone who's kind of angry and like just has a chip on his shoulder, and like everyone else is like he never wants to admit that maybe he's just crazy and not like maybe he's just believing the thoughts in his head way too much, you know. But anyway, I think the reason is he's just nuts. It's not because he's evil. It's not because he's some kind of dark, bad person. I think he just is a troubled person. Um, anyway. I hope that makes you feel better. I mean, I think I was honestly inspired to say that by the cards, but also like I actually think that's something that I think that's something that might help you feel better. Anyway, I think I might have one more drink. I've already had I've had several cocktails this morning. They were all very weak, but I should probably knock that off at some point. I want like one more. Maybe just for now. Or maybe I'll just actually no, I'm done for now. I think I'll have some coffee. I'll drink some water and coffee for a little while. Oh, thank you very much. These are my new glasses. I got them like a couple weeks ago. They were ready so fast. I went in there and I chose the pair that I wanted. And then they called me like 3 days later and said that they were ready. At first, they said it would be about 2 weeks, but I got the call like 3 days later. It was great. Then I went and grabbed my glasses. I like them. I took out my I was wearing contacts, but I took them out just to, I don't know, give my eyes a rest or something. Like when I take my glasses off, I am so blind. Like I literally cannot, like the comments in this chat, even if I squint, I can't make anything out. Everything is just a blur. It reminds me of that, you know, the movie The Mummy, the first one that came out back in like 99 or something with Brendan Fraser. That scene where the mummy had just awakened and the guys were like running away from those bugs, those like flesh-eating bugs, and he got lost and he broke his glasses and then he couldn't see anything, and then the mummy got to him. Crazy shit. Hi, Crystal. Hi. How you doing? Ah, yeah. What do you got planned for today? Oh yeah, me too. I have so much laundry to do. I was thinking about doing it today, but I so just don't want to. I can't do it today. Oh, wait. I don't know. I mean, I really don't need to do it today because I have plenty of things to wear. Like, I have plenty of clean clothes, but I do have a lot of dirty stuff that I need to get taken care of. Oh, yeah, I'm on a job hunt too, sort of. I did get a job as a tarot card reader up the street at my local witchy store, but I'm really not sure if I even want to do that. There's just something about it that's like kind of, I don't know, it's like rubbing me the wrong way. Um, but I think I think at some point today I'm going to apply to Dunkin' Donuts and I'm going to try to get a job working there. And I think the tarot card reading thing, I think I might just maybe just forget about that. I don't know what I want to do. But I will say when I applied for the job, my interview was on Wednesday and I did get the job. Um, but I was getting really creepy vibes from the whole thing. There was just something I could just feel in my spirit that something was wrong about just the whole thing. And like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being crazy, but I just feel like there's something not right about it. I think I might just be a barista again. I do know how to do that job. Yeah. And I can still do tarot card readings on YouTube and maybe for my friends and stuff, you know. And there's just something about the environment at that place because it's a witchy store. I mean, I like it and stuff. It's full of like crystals and statues and books and herbs and flowers and jewelry and all kinds of witchy stuff. But I'm like, I don't really want to, it's just a lot to be around all day long. Like, I don't know if I really want, I absolutely believe in tarot cards. I believe in great power and I believe that anything is possible. But like, it's just a type of environment that I don't want to like be around. I should probably just go back to Duncan. Yeah, I just, I don't know. I wish it worked out at Regina Russell's tea room. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about that, but a few months ago, I got hired as a tarot card reader at this other place. But it's not like a witchy store. All they do is like tarot readings and psychic readings and stuff like that. Like it's really just a house. It's like, um, I mean, it's not a house, but it looks like a house and you go in and there's just a bunch of tables and different psychics doing readings for people. But when I went there for my first day, I never got a single customer and I was there for like 5 hours. And like I did love that environment because there was something so cool about it, but at the same time like I don't want to go there if I'm not going to be making money. As much as I love the environment, I still want to be like doing a job, you know. Anyway. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're desperate, I guess you kind of are in a position where you have to take what you can get. But I mean, Crystal, the sense I get from you is that, you come across to me as someone who's really smart and like you know how to talk to people. So working in a fast food restaurant, I mean, if it's truly the only option, then of course do it. But like you know how to talk to people, you're very good with your words, and you clearly seem to be someone who can figure out problems. So maybe I would say aim for something a little higher, but where you can really use your talents. I mean, you working at like a McDonald's. I mean, I'm sure I've never worked at McDonald's, but to work at a McDonald's, you would have to be smart, and it's not an easy job. But at the same time, I just feel like it would be like you're kind of wasting your talent a little bit, maybe. And you would make like if you were a server at a restaurant. I mean, that takes a huge amount of skill, and but you also make way more money because you get all the tips and stuff. But it would certainly, I think, you know, I mean, I know you. I mean, I don't know everything about you, but I certainly know you're smart enough to do it, and you would definitely make more money. I actually like working at Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, it gets old after a while, but the longest I've ever worked at a Dunkin' at one time was like a year and a half. That's the longest I've ever worked anywhere. Um, I always end up quitting my job, but um, I'm hoping I've learned a thing or two at this point, and hopefully, wherever I end up working, hopefully I really stay there, and hopefully I don't quit. But um, not sure. I don't know what I'll do, but what I do know is that I need to get a job. I need to get out of here, and I want to start getting paychecks again and having a place to go to and get out of this fucking place. I'm spending way too much time thinking about stuff, and it's just fucking with my head. I need to go like be among the beating hearts of people. I need to go be with human people. And I love getting a paycheck. Oh, Fridays. I love Fridays. When I was working at Dunkin', any Dunkin' I've ever worked at, we always got paid on Friday. And it was just so awesome to get your paycheck, and it was great. Well, I always did direct deposit, but or at least eventually I started doing that. Um, that's fabulous. Don't even have to go to the bank. Um, I need to start getting more money. Be kind of nice to save up for something too. I want to take a trip at some point. I want to go to like Canada, maybe. Take a trip up to Montreal. Speak Francais with the French people. My French is so terrible, but it'd be kind of fun to like, it's just kind of weird when you say something in French and like the person looks at you and like does what you ask them to do. It's kind of fun. I want to speak French with somebody. Hopefully they just don't say anything back to me, because I'm the type of person where I can say honestly like a ton of shit in French, but I at the same time I still kind of suck at it, because if they start talking back to me, unless it's something that like an idiot would know, but like if they start talking back to me, I think it's just, first of all, I'm not that great at it, and also I just get so nervous that it could be something I honestly do know, but I'm just so nervous that I'm not allowing myself to like listen to them. But I certainly know how to read a menu, and I certainly know how to order something that I want. And it would be lovely just to, like, it's just so funny that they know what I'm saying because I'm speaking their language. It's just weird. Anyway, so Crystal, would you like to ask a question? And maybe we can tap into the beyond. We can tap into the great forces of magic and try to get some kind of message or something. I yesterday I drank so much alcohol and I never even really got drunk. Well, okay, actually I didn't drink that much, but I mean I had a ton of drinks, but they were all weak. But then I did end up drinking 6 beers last night, and I woke up this morning and I felt so puffy and like just disgusting. I felt disgusting this morning. I feel better now though. What did my neighbors behind me think of me snapping on the teenagers behind me that I believe played a part in my burglary months back? Okay, let me see about this. So your question is about what did your neighbors think of you that live behind you as it pertains to what happened with the teenagers. Okay. Right. Well, I think it's a man. I think this reading is mostly about a man. So I think the neighbor behind you is, I mean, you say neighbors, but I think the only person that really kind of has their own thoughts about it, I think, is a man. Or that's the only person we should really even think about. They definitely think, I mean, I get the sense that they kind of thought you were just being crazy. Like, on the one hand, they don't think you're like an evil, problematic person, but on the other hand, they kind of feel that you were just being nuts. Or especially this guy thinks you were just being kind of nuts. Um, and maybe didn't have. I feel like this guy kind of feels like what you were doing and saying wasn't based in reality, or there was no foundation for what you were saying. Which it's kind of not true, because at the time when obviously when you were upset at those teenagers, you were going through something yourself and you felt the way you felt. But anyway, but I think definitely what I can say by looking at these cards is that nobody thinks you're evil. Nobody thinks you're a bad person, but maybe maybe some people think you were just kind of nuts, but not necessarily bad. And I think it's mainly about a guy. Anyway, all right. Okay, Tia. Oh, let me see. I can't remember what I said to you. If I look at the question, it'll come back to me. Oh, that's right. You said, what are his next actions? Right, Tia. I remember what I said to you now. The cards that I got for you. I basically said that he goes to you and takes from you, but doesn't really give much back in return. Not that he's a bad guy, but it's going to be a lot of that kind of not much giving in return, I think is what I said to you. Anyway. You're welcome, Crystal. What was that? Hang on. My tablet just made a noise. Why is... Oh. Oh, thank you, Tia. I just got a payment. Thank you very much, Tia, for the payment. So, how does Pisces feel now? How will the convo coming up go? Okay. So Tia, the conversation, let me do it this way. Tia, I think the conversation is going to be very kind of like it's gonna sort of give you nothing. Um, he's not gonna say what you want from like I still feel like even after this conversation, you're kind of still not hearing what you want to hear, and it's just something that I feel like a whole bunch of nothing is gonna be said, and like I just still feel like you're still not getting much from him. Now, with that being said, I do think that this is a step in the right direction because, in some kind of way, this conversation is going to lead to some kind of forward movement. And I think what I'm picking up on is that it's going to be more on your part, where once again, he says you're going to talk, and then you talk, and really nothing is said. And I mean, that can only happen so many times before somebody like starts getting aggravated. I mean, any normal person in their right mind that would, you know. But that's how I see it going. I think it's honestly I mean, this guy you're asking about, I kind of get the sense that he's like a little dumb. And you're not going to get like what you're looking for. And it's just going to be a lot of the same thing. Um, and remember, I said this too. Like, you know, when you do talk to him later, and after the conversation is over, like ask yourself, what did he give me? Like ask yourself, like, what did he give me? What was even said? Did like, you know, I mean, if you're seeing somebody, then if you do talk on the phone, it should be like an exchange of, you know, people's hearts going back and forth and really like there should be an exchange of energy and passion and, you know, love. And I just feel like that's still missing in this connection. Um, but that is what I'm saying, though. I kind of see that maybe not immediately, but I do see that eventually you're just going to move on because I think, you know, Tia, you've been, I mean, I get a good sense from you. You clearly know how to speak English. You're definitely smart. Um, you know, you're very generous. You've donated to me a bazillion times. It just says something about the type of person you are. And I just feel like knowing you, you're only going to put up with this for so long anyway. So I think eventually you would probably move on from him. Because I know that you're smart and you know that you want better for yourself. And so you're going to look for better. Hi, Mar. You're welcome, Tia. Mar, I'm okay. I'm having fun. I have to pee again. You know what? I'm going to be right back. I have to take a piss and I also want to start brewing a pot of coffee. So give me like 2 minutes and I'll be right back. Let me leave a comment in the chat. I want to get some coffee going. I need a little jolt. I'm back. I'm back, baby. All right. So, Mar, can I ask what's coming towards me? All right. Let me see what comes up. Let me see. Let's see what comes up. Fun. Okay. Don't I look smart with these glasses? I look smarter. Wouldn't you take me seriously? Sorry. At least I make myself laugh. Alrighty. So, Mar. Well, Mar, I see. Obviously, there are things on the way. Obviously, um, I think it has to do with a job. I think there's some kind of job that you're going to be doing, and your intention is to make money. Obviously, nobody would ever do a job for free unless they were forced to. Um, but I see you getting a job. It might be, I don't know if it's like a permanent thing or if it's just some kind of side job that you're going to be doing, but it's really not what you expected it to be. And what I'm seeing mostly is disappointment because it's kind of, I feel like you're going to be surprised at how it's so not what you thought it would be. And, but if that does happen, then, it's not the end of the world and you can always find something else. I mean, you got to just keep looking around until you find something that fits. But all right. Oh, Love Mia. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead to Love Mia. So, Love Mia, what is your question? What are your questions? You can, if you want, you can type them all in at once, or maybe do one at a time. I think you paid 13, so that's like, what did I say? All right, bye, Crystal. Okay, so you have 4 more questions, Love Mia. Hey, I would like to ask, does my family like him? Does his family like me? And will he ask me to be with him soon? Okay. So does my family like him? First, I'm going to start with, does my family like him? Does my family like him? So does my family like him? Let's start there. So Love Mia, I definitely think I think your family does like him. They like his character. Although I think your family sees him as someone who is very hardworking and has a lot of character, but also there's something about him where he has baggage. So that's the only thing. And I can't possibly tap into every person in your family, but I can definitely get an overall idea of what most people are feeling. Most people are feeling that he's a great guy, but comes with baggage. Um, anyway, usually that means kids, that he has kids, but that I never really know what that means. But 9 times out of 10, that always kind of means probably that he has some children or something already. Um, that's usually what that is. Does his family like me? Okay. Does his family like me? Oh, wait, but you're both really young. You were telling me that you're both young, so it's probably not the kids thing. I don't know what that means, but I mean, you probably know exactly what it is, but okay. So does his family like you? Okay, let me see. His family adores you. His family definitely likes you. Um, his family definitely likes you, and they see a lot of potential in you. And there's an overall feeling that they feel like you're going to do really great things, and uh, they definitely think you're a good suit. They think you're a good match for him. And there's also a card here about they want things to be happening faster between the two of you. Like they're wanting things to develop more. And they also kind of see you as a good influence for him. I think maybe they kind of worry about him, but I think they find you to be someone who's a good influence on him, which would also kind of lead me to believe that maybe he has some kind of, maybe they worry about him that he's gonna do the wrong thing or something. But anyway, so, and will he ask me to be with him soon? Okay. 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 All right. Will he ask me to be with him? So, love Mia. First of all, I just want to say that I do think that things are going to progress between the two of you. I do see things moving forward. I think it's going to be a slow process. Um, I don't think it's going to be soon, but I think it will happen. But I think between the two of you, I just see things happening pretty slowly. Um, and maybe that's not a bad thing. I mean, life's never about the destination anyway, it's always about the journey. So maybe that's a good thing in this case. But um, yeah, I see good stuff. Okay, and you can ask another question too. Oh, you just did. My last question is that I know that we are both young, does he see something long term with me? Like, does he see me as someone he wants to be with, like life partner? Okay. I mean, like I said before, I definitely think that he likes you a lot and sees you as a serious thing, but you know what it is, Mia? I get the sense that he's the type of person. He does really like you, first of all. I think he really likes you. And I think if you allow it to happen, you'll probably be with him for a very long time. Now, I don't think he thinks the same way about relationships that you do. I think he's definitely committed to you and he likes you a lot. I get the sense that he's someone that doesn't really. What I'm getting a hint at is that he's really not the marrying type. I don't think he ever really wants to get married, but I do get the sense that he does want to be with somebody. There are people like that. You know, I know someone who her name's Donna, and her boyfriend, they've been together for like 30 years, but they've never been married. And some people just don't do that. And I think when it comes to him, you have to be okay with, there are just certain things that he feels he doesn't need to do. Um, but that doesn't mean it still means he can love you a lot. But I think that when it comes to certain declarations of love, it's just not who he is to do certain things. Um, but, just ask yourself, do you like him? Do you think he likes you? Is he nice to you? Does he show you affection? Do you get along? Do you enjoy spending time with him? Um, does he seem to enjoy spending time with you? Really be honest about how it's coming across to you. And then I think you would probably feel better because I do get the sense that he does really like you. And I'm willing to bet that he shows you that he likes you in different ways. If If he's having a bad day, he calls you. Um, you know, if he has a big success in life, he likes to tell you about his own successes. He gets excited to tell you, especially, that he did something cool. Um, anyway, yeah, what I'm getting from those cards is that I don't think he's the type of person to probably marry anybody, but that, I mean, you know, for example, you guys could be boyfriend and girlfriend for the rest of your lives and be in a monogamous relationship with each other, but not necessarily getting married. I think it's a matter of he feels some kind of way about that. I don't know if you've ever talked to him about that before, but um, I mean, I wouldn't push anything right now, but um, I mean, there are ways you could figure out his thoughts about that. Some people are against marriage because they don't want to, like, legal stuff. They don't want the legality of it, or, people have different reasons for stuff. Some people just don't feel as they, some people just don't feel as though that they need to. Um, you know, I mean, people have different reasons, but you're welcome. And thank you once again for the money. I love money. Actually, the money that what's funny? All the money that I made today giving readings is going to go towards getting my own reading from this lady, or it could be a guy. I don't know if it's going to be a guy or a girl, but from the place in the town over. I'm going to get a psychic reading today. And all the money I've made today is going to go towards that. Hi, Ankita. Hi, Ankita. Hello. Oh, so Mrs. Shell, are you still here? I think you're up next. I just want to make sure you're still here before I answer your question. Hi, Miriam. Yeah, and Kita, you can ask something if you want. Um, oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my coffee. Give me like 1 second. And we're back. Um, Yeah, thank you, Miriam. I'm going to ask a psychic to give me some information about like what's been going on with me lately. See if I can, I don't know, if just feel better. So what's the feeling of A, the person in my mind, towards me after today's conversation? Okay. What's the feeling of A towards me after today's conversation? Well, Ankita, I'm getting the sense that he or she feels kind of singled out, is the sense I'm getting. Singled out, kind of targeted. I think it's weighing heavy on this person. Maybe, and it could be the kind of thing where you called them out on something, because I'm sensing whatever the conversation was that you had today, I think it left the person feeling kind of upset. So I think something must have been said that was a little bit, I don't know, something must have, there must have been a problem somewhere with something. Otherwise, I mean, people only get upset if bad things happen. Obviously. So something must have happened. I feel like it started out good, the conversation. But something went south, I feel. Anyway. You're welcome. Oh, I was right on the money? Yes! Fuck yeah! Oh yeah, love being right. It's always exciting when I get it. Yes! All right. So Miriam, I saw a dream about my ex last night, as if he's in trouble and wanted to reconcile. Although I have moved on from him, I'm just curious if Imran's in trouble or just my subconscious. Okay, let me see, Miriam, what comes up. So I think the question basically is like, are you really picking up on, was that like, oh shit. So you just basically want to know if that dream is coming from this like psychic type place, or if it's just something a little, not mundane, but something maybe different. Okay, so I'm just going to try to read into the energy of this dream. What is a dream anyway? Exactly. Okay. So Miriam, I don't think he's in trouble. Um, I don't think he's in trouble because I don't get there are no hints in these cards about. I mean, when I imagine like psychic type energy, I kind of think about something kind of in particular. I feel like I think the dream was more just, I don't even know if it's really your subconscious or what to call it, but I think it was more some kind of, somewhere in your being, there was some kind of conflict within yourself that needed to work its way out. I think your dream was actually a good thing, even though it might have been it might have been an uncomfortable dream, but the reason behind it was something that was based in goodness and probably healing something good. Um, and I also get the sense that I also get the sense that the dream you had was sort of, it wasn't so much it wasn't really so much a psychic dream, but it was more your, I think your spirit kind of put itself in that situation just to remind you where you stand on him, just to remind you what your feelings are about it. Um, and because maybe I think what's happening is that maybe you, even though you say you've moved on, I think maybe there was a part of you that still considered maybe being open to him, or maybe a little bit. But I think maybe it was your spirit's way of sort of um, just reminding itself how it feels about it. You know what I mean? Just so you can kind of know in your heart where you stand if you were ever feeling kind of lost about that. Um, just a theory. But to answer your question, I don't think it was so much like a psychic dream. I think it was more, I think it was something else. Oh, I have a question. So, Leah, no, that's not, what does that say? Lila. Hi, Lila. Hello. What are Theodore's, and what is Theodore's impression of me? Okay. So let me see what comes up. Okay, Theodore's impression of you. Let's see what comes up. Theodore's impression of you. Lila, so Lila, he thinks you're cool. He definitely thinks you're a cool person. Although on the other side of that coin, I see kind of lackluster energy here, which would also kind of tell me that like the connection between you and him is not that strong. I feel like you might know each other, but like you don't really know each other that well, I think. And like he does like you, he appreciates you, but there's also kind of it's very lackluster. I think if you were to get closer to him and kind of uh, get to know each other even better, I think he would like you even more. The more he gets to know you, I think he would like you even more. I would say don't rush anything because I think when it comes to you and Theodore, I think it's important in this situation to kind of let things happen in their own time and let it develop kind of just the way it's going to. Is this somebody that you work with? Because this is the only type of situation where I could see this kind of being what I'm meant to say to you. Because I do get the sense that this is something that like this needs to happen in its own time. And usually when I think of that, it's about usually people that work together. But anyway, all right. Okay. Marina. Hello, what's going on between oh no, what is it? Marina, what is going to happen between me and RO in the next few weeks? Please show me the cards that come up. Okay. You're welcome, Lila. So let me read into this, Marina. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can pick up on something. Okay. All right. So, Marina, what I'm seeing is that it's kind of I mean, I kind of see you and this person drifting apart. And that's kind of the way I would put it. It's like a connection. It's not so much, I don't think that there's something that's going to happen that is all in a day and it just happens in all in one instant. I just feel like I see two people kind of drifting apart and distance over time. There's more and more and more distance. And so I'm seeing people that are kind of drifting apart, kind of not being too involved with each other. And like I said, it's not because there's a fight, or it's not because there's some event that happens that drives a wedge. I just see people that are kind of falling out of touch. Um, anyway. Oh, these are the cards I got. You wanted to see the cards. Thank you, Marina. Thank you very much for saying that. Hi, Mari. Hi. I used to work with a girl named Mari. I remember this was back when I was like 17. I was working at Dunkin' Donuts. I was still in high school. And this girl, Mari, that I was working with, she followed me into the walk-in freezer and she asked me if I like boys. She 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 was trying to ask me if I was gay. I'll never forget that as long as I live. And of course, at the time, I just totally lied to her and said, "Oh no, I'm straight." You know, back then I just used to lie to everybody about that. Whatever. Alrighty. So, can I ask what's coming towards me in my love life? Currently single for 5 months. Okay, let's look into this. Tap into the future. So Mari, can I ask what's coming towards me in my love life? Okay. So Mari, I see lovely energy. I pulled 3 cards. It's all good energy. And there's definitely a trend in these cards, all 3 of them, especially when all 3 are together. It's definitely very a romantic looking reading. I see a really good relationship coming. And something tells me that this is somebody from your past, but I don't think it's someone that you used to date. I think it's more the vibe I'm getting is that it's like somebody that you went to school with. or maybe went to college with, or maybe it's somebody that you used to work with a long time ago. I see this person coming back into your life in some way that you're kind of really not expecting it to happen. I think to see this person again, I think would surprise you. But I see something developing between the two of you, is the sense I get. Somebody that you sort of, in a way, already know from your past, but haven't really seen. And these are the cards I got. All good energy. Good stuff. Okay. So Sarah has a question. Will a rep visit me today? Let's see what comes up. Okay, Sarah. You're a Sagittarius. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting nervous. You know, I get the sense that the answer is no. Sarah, I don't see that happening today. You know, Sarah, I don't see that happening today, but also I feel drawn to say to you, and this is I'm kind of pivoting a little bit, but count your blessings today, because I think that um, today might be a bit of a rough day for you, but I think your problems are more spiritual and not really based in things that like deeply matter. I mean, of course, your feelings are very real, and that this is your life. But like, I get the sense, you know, because I think there are several good things happening in your life today, and maybe just like even right now, because I'm sure I don't know how long you've been awake. I don't know where in the world you live, so I don't know what time it is for you. But maybe even think about every single good thing that you had today, and I think it might make you feel a little better and kind of bring you back down to earth a little bit. Okay. So, Morrow. Hi, Morrow. What are Iman's current feelings and next actions towards me? Okay. Damn it. Okay, so Mara wants to know about Iman's feelings and next actions. Huh. Well, I think Amon likes you. Now, see, I don't really... I mean, well, I was about to say, you didn't let me finish, but I was about to say, I don't really see any romance in these cards. There's nothing here about romantic energy, but I do think he likes you. Because I don't see, usually when I read into romance, I read into the cups, and secondarily, I might read into wands, but primarily, firstly, it's cups that I see that in certain other cards too. I don't really see any romance in this reading. I don't think he likes you romantically, but I do think he likes you probably as a friend. And I think there's nothing you have to do on your end, but I think at some point, probably not in the super far future, I mean, my guess is probably in like a month's time. I think you can expect something coming from him. I think he's going to do something for you that is a nice thing. I think he's going to do a nice thing for you. I'm not sure what that is, but I think he's going to give you some of his time and energy about something. I don't know if he maybe he's going to be doing you some kind of favor or something. But these are the cards I got. There's nothing you have to be doing, but okay, well, I'm going to go now. Most likely, I'll probably be live again later today. But it is 10:30 in the morning, and the psychic shop just opened up, and I want to call in for a reading of my own. So I'm going to go now. And I'll probably be live again later. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you all for your questions. And for the people who donated, thank you doubly for giving me your money. Thank you. Bye, everyone. How do I end this?